All right, here we go. I'm just here to talk about Sandstorm. That's gonna start tomorrow. Hopefully, you guys are all excited. It's gonna be awesome. It's 30 days. Start tomorrow, January 4th, 18th to February 15th, which will be Tuesday. We got a list of things and stuff to cover. So I'll dig right in. It's not like I'm not gonna edit this. I'm not gonna play around. I might backpedal from time to time, but yeah. So we got daily tasks. I'm just reading at the computer at the same time. Daily tasks. We got meditation. So we got 2 minutes a day. What does that mean? That means 2 minutes of you're gonna meditate, whatever, find a position that works, like legs crossed or kneeling. No distraction, no phone, no music. You're basically just you and your mind, just reflecting on life and relieving some stress. Meditation is proven to be very good for all of us, and that's why we're doing it. So it's a good habit. It doesn't mean that you have to do it every day afterwards when you finish a challenge, right? But it's good. It's good to do in practice. We're gonna do a strength component, which is 20 deadlift with your sandbag. You can mix it up, right? Each movement every day is gonna be a set number of reps. One is the deadlift, so a pull. So you can do sumo eye pulls. You can do sumo deadlift. You can do pendlay rows, as long as you do any kind of pulling movements for 20 reps for upper body or a hinging movement at the hips. You're gonna do 15 squats. You could do overhead squats. You could do back squat, front squat. Switch it up, change. Don't be afraid to switch things around from day to day, just to keep things interesting and work on different muscle group, because you'll be doing this for 30 days, right? So yeah, 3 types of squats. I think that pretty much covers it. And then 10 presses. So you can do shoulder to overhead. If the weight of your bag is too heavy, you can do just a strict press. You can do a jerk. You can do some split jerk if you want. You can also go on your back on the ground and do just bench press. Basically, you're just grabbing the bag. It works better not on the handles, but you just push it right from the bag itself. So 10 upper body presses. If you want to change it up and do thrusters, that's all cool, but you'll see a lot of thrusters, right? So I wouldn't do too much either. Mobility, 5 minutes a day. Mobility is crucial if you want to stay healthy and have good joints, and don't keep those muscles tight, right? If you're going to do hard workouts with a lot of reps, high volume, those muscles get tight. So it's important to stretch after, boost that recovery a little bit. So 5 minutes a day. You could do 5 minutes of one movement. You could do 5 movements of 1 minute. Maybe focus on the areas and the muscles that you worked on, right? If you've done a lot of shoulder to overhead on one day, stretch the shoulders. Maybe the neck and the traps will be tight, so open that up, right? But definitely, I encourage you guys to join us in the online classes when we have those workouts. So you'll have a little bit more guidance on what to do from the coaches, right? So 5 minutes a day of mobility, key there. Nutrition, there'll be some meal prep for the week, but daily you should be drinking at least 1 liter of water. So that's 250 ml, 1 cup of water, 4 times a day. Ideally, I would have this before each meal. If you have 3 meals a day plus your snacks. But we get a lot of water and vegetables and all our meals. There is water in coffee, there's water in other things, right? Even though coffee is diuretic, so it does dehydrate you. But it's important to drink water, especially in the Sandstorm challenge where, the desert and all that stuff. So I thought that it was a good idea to start having good habits as far as drinking water. I personally don't physically drink 4 glass, like 250 ml glass of water every day. Maybe I'm gonna have one before a workout, but it's never gonna be that much water. Maybe a couple sips here and there, like when you brush your teeth at night. You're gonna drink some, and you have way more with other things, right? So at the end of the day, you should be drinking close to 4 liters of water in the day, but having the habit of physically drinking a glass of water and take the time to drink it, that makes a big difference, especially before a meal. So it's gonna fill you up. You're gonna feel like you're not gonna be eating as much after. That's the most, like, the key point of this is to fill your belly up so you're not overeating after. So it's one of those tricks for those that want to lose weight, to drink water before a meal. So it not only that, but it's going to help you for digestion and absorbing all the nutrients from the food, and all the macros, the protein, carbs, and fat, which all get digested differently. So very important. So for the weekly, that's the dailies. For the weeklies, we're going to do meal prep. So take one day in the week, one time, ideally at the beginning of the week. Just prep something, right? Like, just take the time. Sorry, there. Just gonna lock the door so the kids are not running in. Like, cook something. Focus on the macros, right? Your protein, carbs, and fat. Pre-cook something that's going to give you a couple meals for the week. We kind of left it open there because we don't want to be too strict and make this too challenging for everyone. Like, some of us have kids, we have jobs, some of us have 2 jobs, 2 careers, kids. Mix all that together, like, it's challenging for some time, right? I have craft dinner for lunch many days because I don't have time, or it's just, you're on a time crunch, and that's what it is, right? So it's not great, but if we make the effort to make it better, that's what creates the good habits over time. So keep it simple, right? Like, I don't know, just an idea, right? Cook some meat, so maybe some chicken. Have your portion control. Put some carbs in there, so maybe some yams and some other vegetables, broccoli, whatever it is, and cook it with some olive oil. That's your fat, or butter, whatever it is, right? So here's a good meal. And follow, that's a pretty important thing. If you follow your hand for portion control, that's huge. Your palm is your protein, your fingers is your carbs, and your thumb is your fat. If you feel like you need more food and more energy, believe it or not, you had fat. Fat is not bad for us. What's bad for us is all the extra added sugar and the processed food, especially the non-fat things. They add a lot of sugar to make it tasty. So non-fat things are usually worse for us. So add fat if you feel like you need more energy. Try to avoid refined sugars like desserts, and if you have your coffee a couple times in a day and you have like a spoon of sugar in there, that's not good, right? So try to avoid sugar as much as you can. Avoid processed food, right? So focus on the perimeter of the grocery store. That's where you're going to find the good stuff. Everything that's on the inside typically is mostly processed stuff. Not that it's bad, I'm just saying, like, typically if you focus on the outside of the perimeter of the grocery store, that's better. So yeah, again, use your hand. That's huge. That's for your meal prep and your nutrition overall for the week. So there is 16 workouts over 30 days. So that's 4 per week, plus the dailies, plus your meal prep. There's a lot going on there. So that's gonna be it's gonna be a challenge. That's a lot of fitness. Stick to the program, and you'll get amazing results. I'm just reading that right from the document that I sent to everyone. You'll be sore, you'll be tight, so make sure you stretch like daily, like it's in the program. Yeah. So here we go. I'll just go over a couple weeks and couple days, couple workouts here and there, just to make things clear. So every week you have your table that I broke down into 7 days, right? So week 1, you got your daily, so 20 sandbag deadlifts, traditional or sumo or a pull, right? So you got your 7 days. So check mark or check box whenever you're done. The 15 squats, the 10 press, your meditation daily, right? That's huge. I can't wait to see what you guys will do with this, but I've been doing it for quite a bit now, and it's good for your mental, so stick with it. Nutrition, I got drink at least 1 liter of water, so that's 4 cups of water in the day. Once you got your 4 cups, check mark it. In the weekly, so that's where hopefully you guys are still with me. We're 10 minutes in here. There's the sandworm. If you guys remember the movie Dune, but that's the sandworm. That's where it came from. 100-meter walking lunge for week 1, 200-meter walking lunge for week 2, 300 for week 3, 400 for week 4. So we're building that up for the 4-week challenge. I don't know if any of you have done the 400-meter walking lunge with a weight vest before, but this is tough. Like, this sounds like nothing, 400, but that's pretty close to 400 lunges. And if your bag is loaded with 70 pounds, good luck. So good build up, and there's lunges in many workouts, so we're building up for it. All right, so these weekly, the sandworm especially, and the other one, the scorpion, they can't be done anytime. So I would probably do that in one of the days off, right? So tomorrow we're starting with a sandbag version of the benchmark Diane. So Tuesday will be off, so I would probably get the sandworm done on that day, and then we're back on Wednesday, and then on the next day off you can do something else, or if you want you can use this as one of your warm-up, right? So the scorpion is a run or a walk, right? So we don't want to make this too crazy with being an absolute run. You can walk it, you can run it, depending on how you feel, right? Listen to your body. Try to run or walk faster, just to get that. But that one is a build up as well. So first week 400-meter run or walk, second week 800, third week 1200, and the last week will be 1600 meters, which is basically a mile. So that's going to be challenging with the sandbag. I don't know, I'm just thinking for myself here. It's going to be tough to run the whole thing with the sandbag on your shoulders. It's going to be an absolute grind. So the last week's going to be tough. We'll do the 400-meter walking lunges. We'll do a mile run, plus the workouts are getting challenging. So yeah, it's going to be good. And then also at the end of the table, I got the meal prep. So I'll go over the first week, right? Like the first week is just to give you an idea for the workout I'm talking. Give you an idea of what we can do with the sandbags. So I took 3 workouts, well-known workouts for CrossFit, the benchmarks, some of the girls. So we've got Diane, Annie, and Cindy. And also wanted to keep the equipment needed to a minimal. So Diane, all you need is your sandbag and a piece of wall, right? So that's easy. Or depending on how you scale. But 2159 sandbag sumo deadlift high pull, right? So technically Diane is 225, 155 deadlift. Because the sandbags are lighter, I think if we pull it to shoulder, it will be a little bit challenging. And then we made it strict handstand push-ups. Obviously, scale as needed, anything. If you need to bring the weight of the bag, of your sandbag down, do it. Just take one of the filler out, or empty some sand, whatever works. So yeah, and then the strict handstand push-up. Then if you can do a couple strict, but you can't do that volume, you can keep them just like regular Diane. Doing the challenge has nothing to do with doing each workout RX. Like it's never was for the Ronin, never was for Berserker. Do what you can, right? I've been doing CrossFit for 9 years. It's different if somebody's just started last week, right? So never ever look at workouts and be like, oh, I have to scale. Like it's not a thing. Like modify and scale where you're at. Take your ego out of the equation. Leave that in the garbage, because your ego in CrossFit is worth nothing. It's only gonna stop you and block you if you just keep thinking that you're not good enough, or it's all relative to your goals. It's all relative to how far you want to push yourself. There's nothing wrong with scaling anytime, anywhere, anything. So yeah, have fun with the workouts. That's the goal, right? And then we got Annie. Technically Annie is with a double under, but I made it lateral jump over the sandbag. So I think it's going to be even harder than double unders. Will be slower for sure. And then sit-ups, frick, if you want to add a challenge, do your sit-ups with the sandbag. Like, you just grab the sandbag, you put it on your chest, and every time you go up, you bring the sandbag up. That would be extremely challenging for 150. But you know, you can make, if you feel like a workout is going to be too quick and too easy for you, frick, upscale it. Like, that would be amazing. But make sure you share with us so we can see that. But friendly reminder, don't upscale too much because the volume is going to get to you. And then we got Cindy. That's going to be a tough one. 20-minute AMRAP of 5 sandbag ground to shoulder. So you grab the bag from the ground to your shoulder. You can go like a side clean, right? So you at one shoulder, 1 rep, and then the other shoulder, or just do 1 shoulder. Or you can just grab it with 2 handle and do a clean with the flip over. That's cool too. 10 sandbag shoulder to overhead. Bring it like push press would be good. And then 15 sandbag squat. So typically your last rep, bring it behind you and then do your squat, right? So that's going to be a pretty challenging workout. High volume, longer duration, right? And then here's the challenge for the first week, the workout sandbox. I forgot to write down 10 rounds on that workout. So we got 2 heavy, high volume workout back to back pretty much with just a day in between. So yeah, you'll have to put 4 corners on the ground somewhere in your house. Try to find a location that would probably slide the bag better, because you'll have to carry that bag on the ground from corner to corner. So yeah, each corner is a different movement. Set whatever corner is going to be what, and once you finish the 10 reps, you put the sandbag down and you drag it to the next corner, and then you do the other. So as long as you hit all the corners for every round, you'll be good. So that's 400 reps total. So yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I'm excited for that one. That's one of the first workout that I wrote for Sandstorm. So we got week 2 here. Then we got quicksand, and then classic DT. I won't go over each of the workout, but like DT is gonna be interesting because we got the 1296 of DT for the deadlift, the hang power cleans, and the shoulder to overhead. But I've added the 15 with burpees over the sandbag just to make it better. DT is kind of a quick workout. If we go with just the sandbag, I think it would be too quick. But adding the 15 burpees each round would make it interesting. Karen, 150 sandbag thrusters. Karen usually is wall balls, but we do thrusters. We got sand dunes, which is sandbag step-ups. You know, for those that have done Chad with 1,000 step-ups with the 45 pounds, 100 step-ups with the sandbag would be piece of cake, right? That kind of reminds me, like, this is why we do such workouts. Like something like Chad, like you do this, you're like, this is ridiculous. But then you come up with another workout, like last week we did the step-ups with the open workout, which was only 50 reps, which like that felt like a joke. So when you do like harder workouts from time to time, it makes other things much easier, right? So that's how you see adaptation. Sand blaster, and then we got hourglass, sand fight. I'm really excited about that one. Align the sand, that's pretty much one of the last workout that I've put together. 30-minute AMRAP, that's going to be extremely hard. And then week 4, Sandstorm is going to be Sandstone, 10 rounds of alternating ground to shoulder, alternating shoulder thruster. That's going to be interesting. The gauntlet, I don't know why I came up with that name, just nothing related to sand or anything. I just thought it was too amazing. I had to name gauntlet. I just thought about the you're gonna get hit, like usually there's a gauntlet when you do jiu-jitsu. There's 2 lines of people with their belts, and you have to run through it, and they smack you with their belts. That's usually a typical initiation when you join the club. So I thought about this 15-foot line that you have to walk, and you do the bear complex like it's the hits that you're getting. So anyway, creativity comes from many places. And then Dust Devil, and then Sandstorm is going to be the finish, the very last workout of our challenge. That's where we're going to finish it. 4 rounds for time, 400 meter sandbag run, so that gives you a mile total. 10 burpees over the sandbag, 15 sandbag thrusters, and 20-foot sandbag drag, so 10 feet times 2. So we're pretty much tying everything together that we've done. After all this volume, all the reps, all the drags and all that stuff, we should be ready for that workout. Like, we should be able to maintain a high intensity and go through it. So so once you finish everything, when you do everything, that's starting tomorrow, you have completed the Sandstorm challenge. I want to touch on, if you don't have a sandbag, there's still time to put one together and do it. Super easy. Grab a backpack, heavy duty garbage bag at Home Depot, fill them with sand, right? So usually I've filled a couple of those before. Weight 10 pounds of sand, and then you put in the bucket, put a line there, and then you fill your sand just at the bottom of it, so you just level it, and then you roll the sandbag, the garbage bag, you roll it, and then you duct tape it. So that gives you basically a tube of sand that's going to be very durable. You duct tape it enough that it's not going to leak on you or open up, and you can make a couple of those, and then you put that in your backpack. So it's going to move on you. It's not going to be perfect, right? But it's super cool. You can also go to the Army surplus store and get one of those canvas duffel bags. They're not great, but that's how I've put together the first sandbags that we had here in the garage. So we did a couple workouts with that. That was awesome. But like, the straps will probably explode on you, but it will give you something. If you want to be part of the team and be part of that awesome challenge, then I invite you guys to do this. Otherwise, you can pretty much do anything with a barbell, with dumbbells, kettlebells. You just switch it up. Like, some workouts might not be perfect, but it will work. But I would say that if you want to complete the full Sandstorm, have to be with a sandbag, right? Because that's what the challenge is. That was the idea, to get the sandbag, to put it together, to just so we're all in the same boat, right? But yeah, I wasn't really thinking of doing like a t-shirt or a badge just to bring the, like, we're not charging for this. Like, it's all built together by passion, and I've put a lot of my time into it. So is Emily, right? To organizing, to do the order, to deal with the custom. We did take a hit because the price on the website was way higher. It was in US compared to Canadian, and then the shipping after the custom was way more than expected. So it's all good. We love you guys. We love the community. This is why we do this, right? Like, we're not doing this to rip people off or to take people's money. We're absolutely doing this to make a difference in this world and make people better, make people fit, healthy, and be part of this, right? So if that's what it means for us to take a hit, it means nothing if we can make a difference for you guys. But that said, I love doing this. I love designing this stuff, so I might do a badge and a t-shirt. But I think if you guys are willing to do this, then I think we just might have to do like a minimal fee. Like, I'm not going to order 20 t-shirt at $20 a piece and $10 a badge, right? But I think that would be super cool to stick on our weight vest and stuff, right? I think we could do a pretty cool a wash-up sand beige color t-shirt with the Sandstorm logo. I think that would be wicked. So I can't open. So yeah, I hope that you guys will enjoy this. I'm 25 minutes in. That's a lot of chatting. I hope you guys are still there. I'm going to put a Google document today. I'm going to send it to you guys about who's actually doing the challenge. So just to keep track, just to keep you guys accountable, if you put your name on this, then that means that you're committed, right? And I think it's good. The more of us that we see doing the challenge, I think the more motivation we get, right? but obviously me and them are doing it. There's many of you guys doing it. It's going to be absolutely awesome. So I want to cut this before 25 minutes just to keep us on track. If you have any questions, ask, send us an email, text. Try to avoid social media. We try to cut our time down on this, but we get messages on Instagram, we get messages on Facebook, we get messages on Messenger. I get like text on the Pyro page, I get text on my personal page. It gets confusing and it's easy to lose track, right? So yeah, try to keep it just by email. That's much better. Or yeah, that's it. That's all. Have fun. See you on the dark side. Bye.